I'll just start talking.
I'll give it to you. Well, yeah. Like a crotch shot? Okay.
No, I see the spinner.
Do you want me to like just put my sit like that?
Just awesome creative works coming back to us. But now we're bringing it home to Condo Blue. You know, Condo Blue was one of our first backers. In fact, they created our arm joint right here. And now
So, Chris Brockhurst,
Gerald, undone.
why'd you bring me here? What are we doing? What are we talking about?
I got a lens to show you that I just got my hands on for the very first time.
Oh, so you're a product expert.
Yes,
You're the expert.
I am an expert. I have 20 minutes of use with it.
Okay.
This is a new lens from Viltrox.
Oh, okay. Wait, is this the 135?
It is the 135.
I thought that this was okay. Oh, okay, lab. I kept saying this word, and I thought I was making it up. There's it's a 135 millimeter lab or LAB,
Right.
which I believe is a new designation for the first time for this lens, and maybe indicative of a new line. I don't know.
I think so. And we do have Viltrox here as well, so we can potentially ask questions if we have questions. Is it? It's a new line? Yeah. Okay.
The first
Okay.
top level of Viltrox will be this LAB or lab line. Do you say lab or do you say LAB? Lab.
Lab.
So the lab lenses are going to be the top of the line
It's
Viltrox
their G
lenses.
Masters.
Yeah, they're
essentially.
G Masters.
Okay.
And this is for Sony E-mount, obviously.
Sony E-mount. Yep. A
On-
little screen on there too.
Yeah, you want to do a little walk around the lens?
Yeah.
Condo Blue lies capture card.
So we've got a focus limiter. We can go full, and the minimum focus looks like it's 0.7 meters.
0.7 meters. Did you need glasses? Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
Did
okay.
I thought you knew that.
0.7 meters, and then 1.5 meters to infinity, or full.
That's interesting, actually. The focus limiter overlaps then. The mid-range is 0.7 to 2 meters, and then the far range goes back down to 1.5
Yep.
all the way up to infinity.
So you just kind of pick what you want, I guess. Yeah.
And then you've got, what is that?
Declickable aperture ring. And so the aperture, you should feel this, is actually, this was interesting.
I was going to say it doesn't look like an aperture ring. It must be a digital
it
interface.
is. It's got a
whatever.
clickiness to it.
Oh, that's cool.
You can't hear it.
So is it like aperture by wire then?
Is it aperture by wire?
Like electronic? Yeah.
By wire, okay. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And then the
AFMF switch, and then some function buttons.
Yep.
Yeah. It seems pretty responsive. There is a slight bit of lag because it's electronic,
Right.
and not manual. But I mean, it seems responsive enough.
right.
You know?
What about if you declick it? Is it still the same response? Is it more?
It's similar stiffness. I just don't think that you can stop it necessarily. When it's declicked, you can go in between the thirds, but when it's clicked, it just I don't know, it gives you a little feedback or something.
Right.
I think that's all it is.
Yeah.
You know?
What's your opinion on the screen?
It
Have you
reminds
used one
me-
of the lenses with
I think
screens?
I had like a Nikon lens one time that
Yeah.
had like a screen on it.
And the Batiste
I'm not
lenses.
I'm not used to them, so I. Oh yeah, you're right.
The Batiste lenses used to
That's
have
true.
it. And you have a Viltrox 16 mil that has a screen on it as well, right? I believe. The 16 mil f1.8, yeah. Yeah. Right. Is this just Sony E-mount, or is there going to be a Nikon Z-mount as well? Nikon Z-mount as well.
In the
Okay.
future. Okay. Yeah, the rings are nicely dampened.
Yep.
You do a little check here. You in manual? You are. All
I
right.
do have a full spec sheet as well. We can go over if we have to reference.
Here, you hold my mic for me, Chris. I'm gonna see. It's a really long focus throw. Is this customizable? Like, can you adjust this either in software or something? Like how fast?
Is there a USB-C to adjust it, or?
You mean failure operate?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It supports USB failure operate.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's probably a way to change it, maybe down
Because
the
yeah,
road.
right now the throw is
Utilize VCM motor.
Okay.
Focus and accurate focus.
Okay.
it's got a really long throw. Like if I go from close focus to, let me go around this way. I think it might be non-linear right now. I can't tell.
Does it accelerate?
You know what it reminds me of? I've had a couple lenses before where it's like you have a hard time telling whether linear or non-linear because
Okay.
the throw is so long
Right.
that it deceives you into
Right.
where I would still say that you could get accurate. Yeah, you give it a whirl.
Let's have a look.
I think you could still get accurate manual focus. even if it was nonlinear, because it's so granular.
I see what you're saying.
The only thing you probably wouldn't do is rack from. You couldn't rack from minimum to infinity quickly.
Yeah,
I don't know why you would want to, but
it is linear, but I see what you're saying. Because you have to do it so much, it's kind of hard to replicate.
yeah. And it's and the throw is really long.
Yeah. But that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works fine.
It's big.
It is big.
I don't know I don't have the spec sheet. How much does it weigh? 1.3 kilos. That's a big boy.
I got, where's the spec sheet here?
It's a 135 1.8, by the way. We didn't say, but it's 1.8 maximum.
19.04 degree viewing angle, f1.8 to f22, 11 aperture blades. Focus motor is a VCM. Max magnification is 0.25. 1,300 grams, 82 mil filter size.
0.25 is okay.
Yep,
That's not macro, but it's like,
it works.
yeah, it's a 135 though. I guess this you're thinking of this as like a sort of like your premier portrait lens, I assume, or maybe like, or for video possibly.
I use the 135 for weddings, for like the speeches.
Yeah.
I find that's a really nice angle for that.
And were you shooting tight, like like shoulders, or?
Yeah, I would have it quite far back actually, because I like that it still gives you depth even from a distance. I would probably have it like if you're looking at a wedding speech going on, the podium up,
Yeah.
like to just above the top of the
Because
head.
I assume it'd be quite shallow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much so. Just this is a nice look for that kind of thing. It's really good at getting rid of things in the background because there's a lot going on at
It
weddings.
definitely,
typically.
the fit and finish of it, it feels like a high-end lens.
It does. It does.
Do we know the price point? Oh,
Okay.
That's cheaper than I thought.
It's,
She said between $800 and $900 US
what's the G Master? It's like 2,000, 1,800, something like
for
that.
the Prime.
I think so. I have it. I should know.
naturally assumed this would be like a $1,300 lens.
Right.
So $800 to $900 is a pretty good price. Obviously, you know, my opinion is limited to first impressions. Just touching it now, I would want to test it and see how it performs. I'll probably try to do a video of it on the channel. But in the hand, looking at it, it seems
looks
like,
good.
It seems like a better than $900 lens. Is what I would
Agreed.
say.
Agreed.
And I think it's cool
Yeah.
that Viltrox is trying to do not just like, let's call them discount products,
Right.
but also some premium Viltrox.
Premium is
and premium Viltrox is cheaper than premium first
Right.
party. So
And then the build quality goes with
Yeah.
the premium aspect of it.
does the hood have a button though, or is it twisty? Like what do you call it, like bayonet or whatever?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Oh, I gotta take points off. There's no little push button on it. That's where you're saving your $400. It's a nice enough hood though.
It's got the
the
G
little-
Master-esque rubber on the end. Yeah.
And the little velveteen
yes.
interior.
So when you want to hold it, feels good on the finger.
So did you use it at all?
No.
No?
I did not. I did not. I did not have an opportunity to use it properly yet. I snapped a couple of shots, but I really haven't had a.
Let me take a look at the creaminess here.
Let's do it.
I tried to zoom. Let me zoom to 135. I understand lenses. Did you mess around with autofocus at all?
I haven't.
Is your camera in?
That's not even my camera. That's Viltrox's camera.
It's Viltrox
That's
camera.
Viltrox's FX3.
Borrow that from others.
I got Armando.
Does he look creamy?
I'm in AF single. So every time you ran up, it was like bleep, bleep. I'll change it to continuous. Is this like prototype or is this like a final version?
Yeah, it's a prototype.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If I like mess around with the autofocus, is the performance what it should be, or is the performance on this one
Yeah,
not good
it's
yet?
already the final one.
Okay.
Yeah, the sample units may come faster maybe in May. Yeah.
Okay.
When does it officially launch?
Oh.
When does it officially launch?
We did not yet decide a launch time.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe in May. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe in May.
In May? Okay.
Gotta put it on full. I mean, I think you're too close, right? I can't look at you.
Minimum focuses?
Yeah, the minimum focus is 0.72 meter. Yeah.
Oh, I think. Hang on. There. That's as close as you can get. I took a photo.
Oh, look at that. Wow, look at
Yeah.
those wrinkles.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's-
how do you
that's
like the
pretty sharp.
sharpness?
Yeah. You can see all my wrinkles.
I got the minimum.
There's my eye.
Probably can't see.
Wow.
That camera's too far away. But yeah, it's basically just his nose and his eye. It looks sharp though. The colors
does.
look good too.
It does.
And super shallow, obviously, if you want to
Yeah.
do minimum portraits
Yeah.
or whatever.
You just want the background to essentially disappear to nothing.
This
135
actually looks
f1.8
really
does
good.
it.
Of course, we're in a space that's like
Perfectly lit.
perfectly lit,
Yeah.
but it looks good. You also have some fun little like color on you, whatever. The skin tones are nice. Cool. What camera are we using?
Nice.
FX3 or 33?
FX3. Full frame.
And we should mention it's a full frame lens.
Yep.
Obviously, they don't.
Yep.
135 is a full frame focal length.
It is, yeah. But we're also testing it on a video camera.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I just took a still on an FX3
Yep.
to talk
This is a
about.
technical test.
That's right. What did you think running around with it? It's a bit of a junker. Like
It
it's
is.
Yeah.
It is. I think 135s are a very niche lens. Like it's
Yeah.
not the lens you're bringing with you everywhere. It's for a very specific purpose.
Was there a reason that the size came out to be so big? Was there a reason why it's as big as it is, like versus going for a more compact style?
I think to a large it's 10, maybe because of the lens elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it might explain itself when I get to do some tests and see
Right.
the image quality.
Yeah.
Because if everything is super corrected, then it
that's
explains
why.
how many elements and stuff there are
Yeah.
in it, right? So
Justifies the size and
Yeah.
the weight.
we'll do one more little test here.
I think it's about the same size as the Sony. Like I don't think it's heavier, but we needed an HDMI out that we could like swap to. You could see it live. Do you know what the focus throw is? The focus throw? The degrees of how much you have to turn it to focus? Like 200 and something, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I think
it might be larger than 360.
maybe
Larger than-
270.
270?
Yeah, around. Let me see. Let me double check.
I think
Wait a
I
moment.
have it here somewhere.
Oh, it is not so on the spec.
No?
So
Okay.
yeah, so maybe I will
Um,
check later for you. Yeah.
Oh, there's some other things I've got here. So, APO level chromatic aberration suppression capability.
It's APO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
You're
that
right.
mean?
Yeah.
Apochromatic.
Okay.
Means that like I didn't realize it was an APO lens. That explains some of the things. So it's a lens design that, like a lens formula that sort of has anti-chromatic aberration components built into the lens.
Okay.
So you don't have to rely on profiles and stuff like that, and generally produce the best results for both Loca and also lateral
Okay.
fringing as well. I wouldn't be able to see that on the back of the screen,
Right.
but APO lenses are pretty sweet if you're looking for like really pure
Okay.
out of focus elements, pure like bokeh, like not having a weird blue fringe on the bokeh, not
Okay.
having weird green colors on the foreground elements, stuff like that. Like normally it's all corrected in lens, which is kind of cool.
And then I've got the mount adopts a silicone waterproof ring, ensuring both the lens and camera body are waterproof. Dustproof and drip-proof structure. VCM motor. Dual function FM button for customizable functions, suitable for both horizontal and
Which
vertical.
language did you have it set to? This or this?
Uh,
I want to put it back
Put it back to
Yeah.
Chinese.
to
you
whatever
mean?
you had it on.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, perfect.
Apparently, it's a brass-mounted plate.
You want me to brag about something for a minute?
Do it.
I just went in and changed a focus setting
Yeah.
with the what was it? Was it in Mandarin or traditional Chinese, or what was the
Mandarin. You mean Mandarin?
what was the menu?
For the Mandarin,
What
there
was
is
the
no
what was the language? Was it traditional?
Chinese. You simplify Chinese.
Simplified Chinese?
Yeah, simplified
I just went in and
Chinese.
changed a manual focus magnifier setting from on off with the menu in traditional Chinese or simplified Chinese, just from remembering where every single item is in the menu.
Your
and
muscle
this-
memory is very, very good.
Yeah,
It took
you
a couple tries,
Yeah.
but I figured it out.
You know you've used
just
cameras
keep
a lot
English.
when.
Yeah, because our customers here also English.
I'll
Please.
put it
Okay.
Look at that. I want to test what other things you know. Can you change this custom button?
Okay, so the reason I wanted to do this, I wanted to turn off the AFMF. Sorry, will you point that at me? I wanted to turn off the focus magnifier so I could see what the focus breathing control is like. Because one of the things with third-party lenses is that Sony doesn't allow them to work with focus breathing compensation. So
Oh, okay.
it's very hard for me to test this right now, but I feel like I feel like it's fine once you're past the close focusing zone, but when you're in the, because it can close focus reasonably close. What's the minimum? You said 0.25, which is like 0.72 meters or 2.36
Yeah,
feet.
0.72 meter.
So there's some breathing when you go within the weird zone, but I didn't see much when I was like going from target to target. This is the kind of stuff I'm going to have to test in the.
Really hard to test live.
Yeah, it's not noticeable at, 2 meters, 3 meters away. But if you want to do close focusing with it, there is some breathing. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool. I'm interested. Test
Yep.
it out.
Available May.
May?
Yep. Available
Yeah,
May.
maybe May. Yeah, if
Yeah.
everything goes well, it will be May, or maybe later in June. Yeah.
May or June.
Okay. Under $1,000, so definitely an attainable 135 full frame
Yeah.
f1.8 versus the G Master for people, while still retaining premiumness.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good on the Sony bodies too. And
Yeah. Yeah, matches.
Yeah. Oh, front filter thread,
82, I think.
82 millimeters,
Yeah,
or
it's 80,
82 millimeters.
82, yeah,
Yeah.
82 millimeter for the filter size.
cool.
Is the
Got it.
oh, I thought that was like from the light. It looked like it was the same color as the G Master. The orange there.
I mean, I feel like there's definitely some similar design
Inspiration.
language.
Yeah, some inspiration. We'll leave it at that. All right. Is this number 1? Does it say? It doesn't say.
0000000
Yeah.
serial number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
hard to riff on a lens that you haven't actually used.
Yes.
But
It's a first impressions.
what's funny is what I just did is like what I would do when I first unboxed a lens.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what does this do? What do I press these buttons?
Yeah.
Oh, what's this all about? So you just saw my first like 20 minutes of if I were to
Yeah.
if I were to get this lens shipped to me off camera, that's what my first like 20
Yeah.
minutes would look like.
An insight into your mind.
That's right.
The behind the scenes of a Gerald Undone video. All right. Do we have anything else?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm here.
How's the show going for you?
It's good. It's what time is it?
We
It's-
got Patrick Tommaso, everybody.
Yeah. It's
I'm
good.
so used to saying that every time the camera's on. And don't forget we got Patrick Tommaso.
Where's his elbow? Put his elbow in the frame.
Oh.
So
There we go.
okay, so maybe I get a questions for you
course,
too.
please.
Yeah, maybe when we have sample units for these lenses, would you like to check it out
Oh, of
for our
course. Of
users?
course,
in,
yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
on your YouTube channel.
Yeah,
or-
I have the Sony G Master 135.
Yeah, I mean the
so
customers really look forward to seeing that.
let me compare it. Yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I
Thank
don't have
you.
the 135, so I'll just point to your video.
Sure.
I'll say this is what my like in a vacuum results are, and if you want to see somebody compare it to the Sony one,
Send
watch
them-
Chris's video.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's
there
it.
you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you. Yeah.
And thank you in advance for the coming review. Okay.
She's a hustler.
Yeah. Very much.
Thank
She
you.
knows. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cut. Oh yeah, it's alive.
Oh,
okay,
oh, yeah.
got it. Edit this
Hit
down.
the red button and
Should
pull
make
the cord.
Turn this into a clean 5 minutes, Lucas. Okay, and then put it out there.
Yep.